Hey, good afternoon, everybody. How are you all doing? Welcome to the weekly update for episode Echoes Week 6. Today begins Act 2. Hope you guys are ready. For those of you joining us for the first time, however, this is the series where I go over each week all the changes and whatnot to things like the core playlist, rotators, etc., as well as go over the weekly challenges that you can score XP on, as well as Bright Dust, and then lastly go over anything Bright Dust-wise in the Eververse store. But yeah, enough of that. If you're interested, I will be live this evening over on Twitch with my link in the description below, where I'll be playing through the first week of Act 2 for episode Echoes. But let's quickly dump in and check out everything what the core playlist has to offer this week, shall we? Alright, starting off in the Vanguard playlist. The Grandmaster this week is Fallen Saber. Pretty easy strike if you know what you're doing, and the weapon for this week is going to be the wild style grenade launcher. I will have a link to that for the various roles you can get in the description below. As far as it is also increased Vanguard rate this week, as well as increased infamy and increased trials. So if you want to grind out any of those things this week, this is a great time to do it. Over in Crucible this week, it's Team Scorched as well as Survival as your two rotating playlists for the week. And then over in the Legends tab, the dungeon is Ghost of the Deep, with the exotic mission being Operation Seraph Sealed, if you haven't gotten the crafted version of that weapon yet. And then on Neptune, the raid for this week is Rooted Nightmares. So if you haven't gotten Conditional Finality or missing any of the red borders from that raid, this is a great time to farm those out. And then, while we're also on Neptune, the Overload is currently on Zephyr Concourse, with the daily incursion zone being down here in Lemming Harbor. And then don't forget, tomorrow at reset, it will move over to Zephyr Concourse, so there will be any exotics gotten tomorrow. Alright, as for our daily Lost Sector, it's over in the Pale Heart, in the Blooming, in the Deep, Lost Sector is the Deep Blooming, and then just go from there. It's Overload and Unstoppable. And then the current Overthrow matchmaking is over in Impasse, with our weekly co-op mission being the Ascent. And don't forget, you'll need a fire team for this, as there are certain things to do as a team, about synchronizing the certain Vandal, and then synchronizing 2 points on the map to open up barriers. Alright, that is it for the Rotators. For the Quest tab, with it being week 1 of Act 2, you are asked to speak like Cora to start off the step line over in the tower. Fairly simple. And then for our weekly seasonal challenges, we have Discoveries 1. Complete Act 2, Part 1 of a Rising Chorus. Research and Development 4. Complete the research quest for Specimen ID NES-004. Learning Computer 2. Reset your reputation rank with failsafe in the helm. The Simulated Rock and Stone 2. Mine and acquire azure and golden radiolite. I'm not sure. I don't believe those are the legendary samples. They could just be new ones that have expiring with Act 2. Failsafe Cracker 2. Open Echo Chest after completing Episode Echo's Battleground activities. And don't forget, there is a new activity with this act. Autocannon Analysis 2. Defeat combatants in Episode Echo's Battlegrounds while using sidearms. Earn bonus progress while using seasonal weapons. So basically the new seasonal sidearm. Echoing Firepower 2, defeat combatants with pulse rifles, earn bonus progress for using seasonal weapons, and then don't forget, you can either use the new pulse rifle that came out with this season, or Red Death Reformed, as well should have a catalyst this act as well. And then Printed Arsenal, focus seasonal weapons with failsafe 2 times. Round and round we go. Generate Orbs of Power in Vanguard, Gambit, or Crucible playlist. Not sure on the final number, but it is because it's percentage based. And then lastly, Trial by Firing Squad. Win multiple rounds in Trials of Osiris. 20 wins. Alright. That is it. again, don't, like I mentioned earlier, don't forget the next act or next part of the track has opened up. For those of you who want to see how far we go, so we kick off at 100 and nothing carried over, which is fine. And then don't forget, at 145, we'll be getting our catalyst for Red Death Reformed. And then after that is waiting for Act 3 on the track. Speaking of which, let's also, while we're thinking about it, quickly go over the new mods on our artifact, which you can find on down here. So yeah, don't forget, we have now anti-barrier sniper rifle, authorized mod scavenger. Energy cost of scavenger mods are significantly reduced. I think it's usually done to make them down to 1, if I remember correctly. Incendiary rifle rounds, solar sniper rifle precision hits, scorched targets. So the new Still Hunt or Whisper of the Worm. Solar fulmination. Your ignitions do increased damage in an increased radius. And then lastly, Sniper's Meditation. Sniper rifle hits grant stacking sniper rifle damage. Its ability and bonus reload bonuses for a short time. Heavy ammo sniper rifle hits count more than once. And even though we got in a new track, it is still only 12 mods. So keep that in mind. So you'll have to either reset and reassign stuff or remove stuff and reassign. Alright. Now, that is it for all that. So let's quickly, or lastly, dive into Eververse, shall we? And then check out all the Bright Dust offerings we have. Alright, first up on the main page, you'll notice we have a new sweep. Quickly breaking tradition, I generally go over mostly Bright Dust stuff, but with it being the first week and some new drops, we have some new stuff with this week, such as a Lost Heir ornament for Buried Bloodline. For those wondering, is very much Gjallarhorn related, as you can tell. So now you can rock Buried Bloodline with your new Gjallarhorn related skimmer. We also have a chopper set, and then a Zur set, if you're interested in that. Excuse me. Alright, on to the Bright Dust stuff, shall we? First off, we have Sweeper Seamlet from Season of Defiance. For those you know, embrace your fellow Superbot as you ride around. We have the Brilliant Idea emote from Plunder. We have the No Entry Ghost Projection from Haunted. The Rustberry Shader from Undying. Season of the Hunt. And then lastly, the Abyssian Gold Shader from Chosen. Alright, on the Bright Dust page, we have the Incorporeal Cat from from Episode Echoes. We have the Quick Cardio emote from Defiance. We then have the Bright Nostalgia Sparrow from Season of the Deep. Then we have the Exoplanet Harvester ship from Season of the Witch. I thought this would be more of a Sparrow, honestly, but... We then have the Photoelectric Ghost Shell from Season of the Wish. And if I remember correctly, I believe it does shade with photo finish. Yep, there it is. Then we have Ares SG1, or Aaron Yes SG1 from Season of the Deep. We then have the Flamingo Projection from, I believe, Solstice. We then have the Butterbark shader from Season of Arrivals. Just a reminder, all shader will look different based on what you're wearing. We then have the ℉𝕚𝕚 shader from Season of Arrivals. The Seven Sisters shader from Chosen. The Cursed Azure shader from Plunder. The Cabal Rival Trendman effect. To make you remember how many times you've been squashed by a Cabal drop pod. The Heartbreaking Entrance from Chosen. And then lastly, the Ghost Purple Trendman effect from Haunted. Alright, that is it for week 6 of Episode Echoes. Just a reminder, I'll be live over on Twitch at around 5 p.m. Eastern. I'll be playing through the first week of Episode Echoes Act 2, and then seeing what else I can do. May try to scram together a group for a raid or a dungeon, who knows. So if you would like to come out, hang out, and just chill and chat and see if the new weapons are worth it, tonight is a great time. But yeah, hope you all have a wonderful week, and I will see you in the next video, everybody. Goodbye.